Most people think that this is how YouTube works, but this belief is keeping smart people broke. Because the truth is, focusing on racking up views is actually costing you money. Let me show you something very weird. So look at the math. When this channel had less than 100 subscribers, it made $100,000 in its first 30 days. This one was making $10,000 months with less than 1,000 subscribers teaching German. And this channel has built over $1 million business teaching oil painting. They're building businesses on YouTube without being famous and without relying on racking up views. These are normal people just like you who we've helped turn their skill sets, their expertise into profitable and scalable online businesses. So today I'm going to give you the roadmap to show you the exact steps that they took to out-earn some of the biggest names on the platform and out-earn a lot of people that are posting all day, every day in hopes that one video is just going to rack up a few views to make a little bit of money on AdSense. And if you want to take this a step further and actually implement it, we've created a guide called Monetize from Day One, and it's going to show you how to turn YouTube into an income generating machine without having to rely on subscribers or views. Comment monetize below this video and we'll send you the link to access it on demand. So before we dive into all of the details, we need to understand why these smaller channels are able to out-earn some of the bigger channels on the platform and not in a traditional way. Like I said, this is not because they're racking up a ton of views. In some cases, yes, some videos do, but they're not relying on the algorithm. They're not relying on views. Here's the part that most people get wrong. Audience does not equal cash flow. Clarity equals cash flow. You can have 100,000 subscribers on this platform and still have no idea how to turn it into consistent income because YouTube wants you to play the game for attention. It wants you to play the game for views because that benefits YouTube as a platform. But in reality, YouTube is not paying for attention. It's just keeping you on the hamster wheel to keep creating content for the platform. For a long time, the game that everybody tried to play was whoever gets the most attention wins. And that's really every social media platform kind of operated in that way. But we had to redefine winning because these people who had these massive audiences or a ton of views or followers, they were not necessarily monetizing. One of my favorite stories is about this influencer who had over 2 million followers on Instagram. She tried to launch a t-shirt line and she couldn't sell one t-shirt. Okay, if that doesn't tell you that audience does not equal cash flow, I don't know what does. Because the problem is, if you build an audience based on something surface level, then when you try to launch a product, a service, anything, there's not going to be an intent to actually buy. There's not going to be interest to actually buy because you've built an audience based on surface level factors and there's no depth or trust or clarity in why people are actually there following you. But that's changing, and it's been changing for quite some time. We are absolutely shifting from the attention economy to the expertise economy, which puts you in control of the algorithm as opposed to the other way around, which is an exhausting game to play. Now the people winning on YouTube, they're not necessarily entertainers. If that's the game you want to play, cool, that's your choice. But to try and make a steady income based on relying on an algorithm to hope that you get the views that you need to make 1 to 3 cents per view, which if you do the math, that's not a ton. You are essentially putting the algorithm in control. You're making it the boss. So instead, we're seeing that, yeah, people are not necessarily making an income from being an entertainer, but they are making an income from being an explainer. And in that case, you don't need millions of views. You just need one person to watch you and say, oh, this person understands my problems and has the solution. I'm in. So the metrics we're used to optimizing for are racking up subscribers and racking up views. But now more than ever, those metrics just really don't matter. It is the targeting of your views. Who is watching your videos? How long are they watching your videos? And are they actually clicking on your videos? So yes, CTR, which is click-through rate, it's important because obviously if nobody clicks on your video, nobody watches your video. But if you get the wrong people clicking on your video and you go for surface level reach, you are going to find that, yeah, you might have an audience who watched, but it's not the right audience. Or if you make content, but you don't have any idea who you want to watch the content and it's broad and random, you get no views and you get no traction and you get no conversion into, an actual business. So what we optimize for is something we call dollar per view. And the ideal situation is every view is generating an income for you based on your own product or service that you're selling. So here's a prime example of this, and let me break down the math. So I have this video that racked up 6,800 views, but not overnight. This was over the span of about 10 months. And in that same time span, it was generating $18,000 every month. So that is almost $26 per view. So to put that in context, strictly relying on AdSense, which would be $680 to $2,040, versus $180,000 in the same time period. Pretty massive gap. And that is why we optimize and we teach our clients to optimize for $1 per view. So you're probably asking yourself, well, how in the heck does that actually work? What are you actually monetizing? And so before ideally you start on YouTube, you have a very clear idea of two things. Who are you trying to reach? Who is that specific ideal avatar for your client that you're trying to reach? And what do you want to be known for? What's the category that you need to own? What's the niche that you need to own, etc. So it's a very different game than if you're trying to be a creator or entertainer on this platform, which is strictly built on going after AdSense, trying to rack up views, etc. That's not the game we're playing here. You obviously have to have something you can sell and monetize. So in our case, we help people monetize their expertise through building online education businesses, okay? So online programs. So if you have that ready, then every single video is going to point to that. And there's going to be levels of the funnel that you're going to point people to depending on the level of the video that you're doing. So if you're doing a video that's maybe a little bit more on the beginner educational level, you could send people strictly to your email list. I'm going to say why this is so important in just a second. Send people to your email list, you give them a lead magnet, a guide, a PDF, etc. They get on your email list. If it's more of a middle of the funnel, so these people would have an awareness that they have a problem they want to solve, and you're just bringing awareness to that in the video you create. You then would send them to the middle of the funnel where you could share like a webinar, a VSL, etc. And then the bottom of the funnel, you could send people directly to purchase or to book a call with you to see if they're a perfect fit for your program. That's the funnel. And at every level of the funnel, the audience gets a little smaller. So if you're only ever targeting the bottom of the funnel, you're going to have the tiniest audience, but you're going to have the hottest audience because they're going to be the people in the most urgency and pain who are going to be the most likely and serious about investing and doing the work and getting results. If that's the case, why I mean it's so important to understand the levels is that not every single person who watches your videos will be like, sign me up, I'm ready to buy. That would be unrealistic. And also a big part of building any business is nurturing relationships, providing value, proving that you are the true authority. So that's why building an email list through things like a webinar or through things like a lead magnet or a PDF guide, it gets people in your world. This is what we call your micro universe. You want to create your own micro universe where you are the only go-to authority because you know what you're talking about, you're an expert on the subject, you have the skills to back it up, you have the proof to back it up, and you use YouTube as the vehicle to prove your authority in that fashion. And then you get people onto an email list that you own. And then the beauty of that is once you build that email list of targeted ideal clients and avatars and potential clients, every time you release a YouTube video, you have a built-in audience to send that video to as well. It provides value to them, it nurtures them, it proves your authority, even if they're not ready to buy yet. They go watch the video. That tells YouTube, this is a really great piece of content for this kind of person. We're gonna then push it using our internal algorithm and traffic sources to more people like that. And that's how you gamify and own the algorithm versus the algorithm owning you. It's this whole cycle. So that's the process of whether somebody is ready to invest now into the solution you provide or they're ready to invest later. You are building a potential pipeline of clients all the time in an evergreen fashion on YouTube because YouTube has the beauty of consistently generating views when you choose topics that solve problems, create transformation, answer the questions that your most ideal clients would have because you're constantly showing up in front of those people who are searching for those answers all over the world. They may not be bought into you. They may not even care about you. But if they come across a topic that solves the problem they're facing or a specific problem or pain point they have and they're finding you, guess what? There's an immediate trust there, especially with longer form content because it's really hard to fake long form content because with the amount of free information out there, to be able to speak on a subject for a long period of time, whether that's 10, 20 minutes, regardless, you have to know what you're talking about. And now more than ever, you have to become a market of one on YouTube. And what I mean by that is you have to create content that is strictly based on your own unique experience. Gone are the days of how-to content. And here, right now, we're dealing with the days of how-I content because that positions you as the go-to authority because it's based on your own experience and not copycatting anybody else. So this brings me to the knowledge gold mine. Most people are sitting on a gold mine of knowledge without even knowing it. So if you're sitting there going, I don't even know if this is possible for me, how the heck would I create, let's say it's an online program. If you have had a career, if you've had experience working with people in any subject, if you've helped people achieve a goal, if you've taught, if you've been a consultant, if you have a skill that people come to you for help with, or that you've mastered over the years, that is an opportunity to build something like an online program. And like I said, if this is something that you're interested in doing, be sure to comment monetize below this video so we can send you the link to our monetize from day one guide, which will show you how to start monetizing your content on YouTube without having to rely on subscribers or views. And I think people think that you have to have, a PhD to be considered an expert. The reality is you have to be ahead of the people that you are teaching. So you have to know how to repeatably get an outcome that people are desiring from you. Okay, so it's not about having a doctorate, a PhD, being an academic in a subject. In fact, I actually work with a lot of academics. I find it's very challenging because they know so much and they're used to traditional education and stuffing a bunch of information into, let's say, an online program or their YouTube videos. That is actually really overwhelming, because today people, if they're going to invest into a solution, guess what they're paying for? They're paying for efficiency and getting the outcome. They're looking for a transformation. They're not looking for more information. So what you need to do is you need to think about, okay, what is my knowledge? What's my expertise? What's my skill I bring to the table? And then how could I really help people with that? What's the outcome they're seeking? And then work backwards from there to identify, well, where would they be at their most challenged spot when they're seeking that outcome? And that creates a path from 0 to hero. And then bridging the gap between that becomes something like an online program. And then when you're teaching on YouTube, what you're doing is you're reinforcing the concept of how you achieve that outcome through micro tactics, pieces of the puzzle, etc., to position you as the go-to authority, because you know what you're talking about. The two real factors here of, becoming an authority is you have hands-on experience and you have proof to back it up. So that's really how you turn like this head knowledge and what you have up here into a proprietary system, into a method, okay? So I want to give you a few examples of people who have done this working with us. So we have Darlene, who's been a counselor for over 30 years. She knows so much. So we helped her extract all that knowledge and really turn it into a clear transformation statement. Liz, she teaches European Portuguese. She used to teach in-person classes. It was starting to burn her out. She was only able to charge a very minimum amount for them. She, used our methodology, and she's now been able to grow that business to its first 100K year, and now its first $1 million year. So it's really about taking that knowledge and using it to create a transformation. And I think the misconception is people think that knowledge is valuable when you share more of it, but the reality is it actually becomes more valuable when you are organized in how you share it. So that's why turning it into a method that is, step 1, step 2, step 3, a blueprint, etc., is so important, because like I said, people are so sick of information. We are drowning in it. We are in ChatGPT holes all day long. We're constantly searching on YouTube, consuming way too much content and not taking action. So when people really want a result, they want a plan to take action, and that is what your method is. And you really just prove that method and prove your authority on the topic through a vehicle like YouTube. So really what people are investing into is movement and momentum. So it goes from knowledge to creating an action plan and movement to creating the outcome and transformation. And then you get really incredible results for people. And that just continues to validate your authority. And you can then use that in your content, in your videos, to prove that you are an expert on this topic. And then again, that builds your little micro universe to position you as the go-to. So once you turn that knowledge into a clear path, something really important happens. It becomes your product. And that product becomes the thing that you point people to from your YouTube channel, which is how you go from vanity metric focused views, subscribers to dollar per view. It actually requires less views, more targeted views, generate way more than you would from relying on AdSense. And then YouTube is not the business. YouTube is the vehicle strictly for distribution and for reaching the right people with the right message at the right time. So they go, oh, you're the person I need. So let's kind of wrap this up with a really clear point. Aiming for views, you're aiming for eyeballs. But what you really need to be aiming for is targeted eyeballs. And how do you do this? You have to know who you're trying to reach before you ever create content and what you want to be known for. How do you do that? You have a really clear idea of what it is that you're trying to monetize. Because whether it's a product or a service, if you don't have an idea of who you're trying to reach, marketing doesn't work, period. I think that's the misconception when it comes to any social media platform, is that you think if you just create content, or we've been conditioned to think if we just create content, we're magically going to get customers. But what that does is it puts people on a never-ending hamster wheel of creating more and more content without any results. And they give up, they stay broke, they stay frustrated, and they stay stuck in the trap of, trading all of their time for money. So in your content, focus on tackling pain points and solving problems, because that is the only way your content is actually going to reach the person who is in the most pain and urgency, who needs your support and help. And how incredible is that? All of a sudden you have a vehicle on a platform like YouTube where you can be reaching people all over the world, as to how we've been able to work with people in 47 different countries over the last 7 years. So it's an incredible vehicle for more impact and reach. And so if you have something valuable to offer and you know what you're talking about, then you're able to actually impact way more people without actually having to put necessarily more effort into it. And what I will say too is people get really caught up in production value. I started with a window and a webcam that grew me actually to 50,000 subscribers. And I really do believe when you're not playing the entertainment game on YouTube or the creator game on YouTube, and you're doing it to be an authority and an expert in your space, the production value matters a lot less than the value of what you're saying. So use your phone to get started, get set up. All you need is good quality lighting and sound. We have a great video on our other channel, authority.io. So check that out because it breaks down all the details. So I think the biggest thing to understand is that, we're watching average people, normal people like you, have these incredible, successful businesses built off of their YouTube content. And Yes, it starts with them understanding what ultimately they're going to monetize. But at the end of the day, the reason that there's a huge advantage for the average person versus, let's say, a massive creator or entertainer or celebrity is that you're way more relatable and you actually have that real world experience. And I will say that is the one thing that can't be replaced. Your hard-earned wisdom and your hands-on experience cannot be replaced. So if you don't use it and you don't share it, it's almost like you're doing yourself and everyone who needs your help a massive disservice. So again, if you want to take this seriously and you're ready for the next steps, be sure to download our free guide. You can click the link in the description. It's the Monetize from Day One guide, or you can comment monetize below this video and we'll send you the link to access it on demand. Also, you have the expertise. Now you need to figure out how to turn it into a product. So be sure to check out this video next and watch me create a 10K month business in 10 minutes using AI. See you in that one. Let me know your takeaways in the comments. It's my love language, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.